Welcome to another episode of AdTastic from the Daily Ad Brief platform. I'm your host, Tony Stanall, and today we're talking with Anna Ratala from Zvook. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you so much. Great to be on the show.
Great. Now, I know you're in the podcast business, but you have a view of what's happening in the marketing industry with respect to trends. Why don't you start by telling us a little about that perspective?
Sure. So what we've seen recently are two major trends that are happening in the marketing advertising space. Number one is that brands are actually looking for a new channel, engaging channel to reach their potential customers, and are really increasingly looking into audio, specifically the podcasting space that's exploding. 120 million Americans are listening to podcasts every single month. So it's a fantastic avenue for brands to reach their potential customers. And number two is the way how they target. Traditionally brands have targeted their customers through programmatic advertising, right? Programmatic targeting. And now increasingly, because of data privacy and, consumers becoming more and more mindful about their data, brands are shifting to contextual targeting, really reaching their customers based on the content that they consume rather than what their demographics are.
Gotcha. And I'm a big podcast fan myself. And would you say it's like, a modern day version of radio? I listen to it working out, in my car, on walks, etc.
Absolutely. Well, it's better than radio because you can actually listen to it on demand when you want,
Right.
how you want, with whomever you want. So it gives us listeners way more freedom to listen to whenever it suits us the best.
Great. Now, we like to feature success stories that people are doing for their clients. And why don't you tell us a little about Zvook and what kind of success you've had with clients, bringing them to the next level by doing what you do?
Absolutely. So Zvook is a platform that brings podcast advertising to the modern age. The platform makes it super easy for brands to find the most relevant podcasts that their customers are listening to and book host-read ads with just a few clicks. So essentially, we're giving tools to the modern marketeers to address their target audience and reach their target audience through audio the same way they are now doing with Facebook, Google, YouTube, LinkedIn. Just a few clicks, no minimum budgets. It's all simple and easy. And up until our platform came about, it was actually very confusing to do podcast advertising. If you want to get started, you don't really know where to start. You have to speak to a lot of different networks and agencies. We've brought it all to one platform and just a few clicks.
And so before you guys, it was done like media buying at the ad agency level. Is that the case?
Correct. It was a very traditional way of sending emails to, let's say, 10 different networks or agencies saying, here's what I'd like to do. Somebody gets back to you the next day. You jump into a sales call. You have all these back and forth emails, PDF rate cards. And the problem is you as a brand don't know if you're missing something. You have to deal with several different agencies that represent all these different podcasts. And so we've just made it really simple to put everything into one place, regardless of the network. We work with all the major networks in the country, iHeart, NPR, PRX, all these guys, all their shows are on the platform, over 1,000 indie shows that you can choose from. And our AI algorithms are actually recommending you the most suitable shows for your criteria.
Gotcha. Last question, Anna. What type of companies or industries do you usually target that are your clients?
So podcast advertising is a brilliant channel for direct-to-consumer brands. If you are, in fashion, wellness, health, F&B, sports, those industries, direct-to-consumer brands in those industries are doing phenomenally well through podcasts.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for enlightening me in the podcast industry behind the scenes and how ads are placed. So thanks for being with us today, Anna.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Tony.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of AdTastic. You could find out more about Anna Ratala at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.